you. I am R.K. Lohan, English teacher of our school. Express my views on the occasion of the Armed Forces Flag Day. Today, India is celebrating the Armed Forces Flag Day. The Armed Forces Flag Day, or the Flag Day of India, is a day dedicated to India towards collection of funds from people of India for the welfare of the Indian Armed Forces personnel. It has been observed annually in India on December 7 since 1949. Over the years, it has become a tradition to commemorate this day as an honor to the soldiers, sailors, and airmen of India. On 28th August 1949, a committee set up under the Defense Minister Sri Baldev Singh decided to observe a flag day annually. The idea behind observing a flag day was to distribute small flags to the general population and in return collect donations. Flag Day gains more significance as it considers that it is the responsibility of the civilian population of India to take care of the families and dependents of the armed forces personnel who fight for the country. On the Flag Day, all three branches of the Indian Armed Forces, the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force, and the Indian Navy, arrange a variety of shows, carnivals, dramas, and other entertainment programs to showcase to the general public the efforts of their personnel to ensure national security. Throughout the country, small flags and car flags in red, deep blue, and light blue colors, thus representing the three services, are distributed in return for donations. In 1993, the Defense Ministry of India consolidated related welfare funds into a single Armed Forces Flag Day Fund. Those funds include amalgamated special fund for war bereaved, war disabled, and other ex-servicemen, Flag Day Fund, St. Dunstan's and Kendriya Sainik Board Fund, Indian Gorkha Ex-Servicemen's Welfare Fund. The fund collection is managed throughout the country by the local arms of the Kendriya Sainik Board. The fund is operated by a managing committee presided over by the Defense Minister at the center and by the executive heads of the governments in the states and union territories. Let's honor, salute, and acknowledge the Indian Armed Forces and their families who sacrifice their lives and happiness to keep us happy and safe. Thank you. Visit to the activities of the students of our school.
We all sleep peacefully, rest and relax at their homes. Why? Because we know that our soldiers are always there to protect us. Whenever there was a terrorist attack on our country, India, then again our brave Indian Armed Forces have served our nation with full spirit and courage. It would not be wrong to say that our brave Indian Armed Forces are no less than God. Hello everyone, myself Madhu. Today I'm very happy because I have got an opportunity to speak about our Brave Indian Armed Forces. Indian Army that protects our border, Indian Navy that protects our coastline, Indian Air Force that protects our airspace, and these things combinedly form our great Indian Armed Forces. The Armed Forces Flag Day of India is a day dedicated to the collections of the fund from the people of India for the welfare of armed forces personally. Today it is the day to honor the soldiers, airmen, and the rulers who are for the safeguard for our nation. The Indian Armed Forces are always ready to die for our nation and citizen. So we citizens don't have any duty towards them. In fact, we are always ready to die for them. We citizens don't have any duty towards them. We should stand voluntarily to help them, friends. Do you know? Everywhere in India, many soldiers are retired and large number of people are recruited in Indian armed forces and the funds collected are used for the welfare of these armed forces personally. So today I am Madhu. Urge you all to the contribute towards the armed forces and to encourage the people around you for the donation. Friends, trust me, our very small amount will really help the world, widows, and children of the ex armed man soldiers to disabled Indians. So let's contribute to the Armed Forces Day Fund for welfare. I salute the indomitable valor, courage, dedication, and sacrifice of our forces and the family members. I admire the bravery, starkness, and hardwoody of our great Indian Armed Forces. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
A very good morning to all of you. I am Khushi from class 12A. I am here to express my views on the topic Army Force Flag Day. The Indian Army Forces Flag Day is mainly observed to rehabilitate those wounds in wars, for the welfare serving soldiers and the families and the welfare of the ex-servicemen and their families. The day first was observed on December 7, 1949, to honor martyrs and the men in the uniform who served India. That year, the government attempted to involve the common people to contribute to the welfare of the defense personnel after the country gained independence. There was an imminent shortage of funds for the welfare of armed forces. On August 28, 1949, a committee set up under the defense minister decided to observe a flag day annually on 7 December. The idea behind Observe a Flag Day was to distribute significance as it concerns that it is responsibility of civilian population of India to take care of the families and the dependents of the armed forces personnel who fight for the country. During the course of achieving victories in the various wars and the nation has fought in the country, combating the ongoing cross-border terrorism, insurgency, or armed forces have lost and continue to lose valuable lives as well as leaving quite a few disabled. The trauma had that the family suffers a demise of the head of the family is hard to fathom. Those of our men who are disabled require care and rehabilitation so that they do not become a burden on their families and can instead lead a life of dignity. Furthermore, there are ex-servicemen who served from serious diseases such as cancer, heat ailments, and joint replacement, etc., and who cannot afford the high cost of treatment, hence they too need our care and support. To celebrate the day, all three branches, India Armed Forces and the India Army, the Indian Force, the Indian Navy arrange a variety of shows, carnivals, dramas and other entertainment programs to showcase to the general public the efforts of their personnel to ensure the national security. Appealing people to contribute in Armed Force Flag Day fun to honor sacrifice made by soldiers. In the line of duty, Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on December 2nd announced that the Flag Day would be celebrated throughout the December. The center and the states along with the Senate board will celebrate Armed Forces Flag Day throughout the December. It is our national responsibility to support families of security personnel who have lost their lives. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.